There you go. Yikes. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a really cold morning, so I'm going to spend the day up here working at my son Tom's house. For all you new viewers, my son Tommy is building a house, and we've been doing a little bit of videoing on it. You can scroll back and see the foundation, the framing, and then I did a little bit of electrical inside. I've been adding to this video for about a month now. We're working on the mechanicals of the house, and it just takes a long time to get the HVAC, electrical, and plumbing all into place where it looks like you're getting anything done. A lot of work, and it doesn't look like much is happening, but a lot is. So before I head inside, this is the siding that Tom and Sarah picked out. Nice big lap. I think that's like about a 6 or a 6.5 inch lap, PVC siding, black gutters and downspouts, white soffit and fascia, and black shingles. They're going to put stone up the first about 42 inches right there, and that'll continue all the way around the house. And we just started chipping away at the siding because you can only do certain things. We're still waiting on garage doors. And around here, we're waiting on something with the fireplace, I believe. The front's coming together pretty good. I know there's a big wait for garage doors. I said earlier in one of the videos that it's like 24 months. It's not that long. But he said the lead time for garage doors is like 2 or 3 months. So here we are out front. The porch is all done. Just getting some of the gutters on and getting it into the downspouts, piping, helping this foundation to dry up. Man, it's about 10 degrees out here. It is freezing. Real nice front door. Well, let's head inside before anybody gets here. We just came in this door right beside the garage door. This is an area off of the garage. You can store your bicycles, your sports equipment, your tools, and still have your 3-car garage here, and keeping all that garbage away from your vehicles. I really like that idea. We're putting the outlets in for a future workbench right here, like a charging station and so forth. Lots of plugs. Probably use half of them, but just putting the plugs in to have them. It's much easier to have them now than need them later and try and get them in. So through the door into the house, we only have a little bit more wiring to do. Boy, I've learned so much. An electrician came in to help us, and he's been coaching me on it. And I think the viewers that know their electrical will agree I'm doing much better. Not that I was doing too awful in the beginning, but that's how you're supposed to do it. So different things get different wire. Lights get 12 gauge. I'm sorry. 14 gauge. The yellow wire for your kitchen outlets, 12 gauge. So 12 gauge, 14. Some of it's 14.3. 3 for your combination switches, your 3-way and your 4-way switches. There's an extra wire that loops through it. There's the pot filler for above the stove. And here's our first panel right here. There's one in the basement as well. Here's the island plumbing. And we're going to run island electrical up here soon. What I'm gonna finish up today, it was getting too dark and too cold last night. I have to wire in these last 4 can lights there. And then in this hallway, 1, 2, 3, 3 more. That one's done. So getting down to it, and then finally, what I'm going to try and do is the electrical work. In the electrical work, it's so cold in here, I'm having a hard time talking. My mouth is freezing up. We're going to start pulling wires for the smoke alarms. So starting up here in the bedrooms, 1 in each bedroom, 1 in the hallway, and we're going to link them all together with 14-3 wire. And here's the debate we're going through today. You don't want them in the corner. You want them about a foot away from the corner. As the smoke would roll up that wall, it turns and comes in. So you don't want the smoke alarm in the corner, about a foot down or a foot over. So Tom was deciding that he wanted it in the ceiling tray or in the wall. The rest of the kids' rooms, I think we're going to mount them a foot in on the ceiling, all through there. We have a laundry room back here. We're going to put a smoke alarm back here as well. Here's the laundry. So we'll put a smoke alarm in here somewhere and link that all together. We still need to pull the wire for the dryer, and I believe that's 10-3 wire. And it's a short run. Right below us here is the panel. What else do we want to talk about here? Here's the shower set up. Now Tom wanted this recessed down, and I apologize if I talked about this earlier, but this is just a flush entry. It's all at the same level as the floor. You can just walk in and there's the drain right there. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up and get some work done. So whenever I first started wiring up here, I was taking my utility knife and pressing it against the sheathing, twisting, pulling that off. And a few viewers commented on that, Tom, you shouldn't be doing that, get yourself a ripper. So I'm like, what are they talking about? What's a ripper? So I went to my electrical store and asked them, and they sold me this tool. It's a stripper, a crimper, a cutter, and a ripper. So all you do, put your Romex wire in this groove right here, and the wire's really cold, so it usually works really good. And it puts a slice in the sheathing, and then you can peel that wire right on. Nice and safe. You don't hurt the white and the black at all. And then you can just take the cutters and clip it off. That's how it's supposed to be done, and that's how I do it now. Thank you, viewers. Yeah, I just finished those 4 can lights. These 2, my last one. There's a movie with De Niro and Cuba Gooding Jr. when he's a diver and he's underwater shivering so bad that he can barely move. That's where I think I'm at right now. My fingers aren't working, my mouth isn't working. Last light, and I'm not quitting until I'm done. And I just sort of separate them in the box. Like that. Put the cover plate back on. So it's finally warming up. Not too bad. I started my smoke detector run right here in the closet. It comes over here through all this and picks up the bedroom, then heads over this way, picks up another bedroom, transfers over here, bedroom, comes back, hallway. Now I'm taking it to my final bedroom, and then I'm going to go upstairs and link it to the third floor. No good place to set the camera up, so last bedroom right there, linked to the hallway. So now from this one, I'm going to head up and get one at the top of the stairs right there. So I'll link those two together. And one more. It's a long run. We're going to put one at that end of this upstairs attic space down there, and we'll link that all together. I always check both sides of the boards before I drill a hole through it. Make sure there's no wire on the back side. So once I finish up the smoke alarms, we're going to head outside and get the water line in. So come on outside and check that out next. So that's the front door they picked out. Isn't that gorgeous? I really like that. That really sets off the front of this house. Finished up the porch the other day. Got the soffit and fascias done. So that came together real good. So now all that's left out here, I believe gutters and downspouts are going on next week. And that'll help dry things up around here. And then Tom's going to chip away at the siding himself. We're getting ready to pour the decorative front porch now that the temperatures are coming up. So today what I'm going to work on is dig a water line. Water and gas. Is that what we're doing? Water and gas line right in here somewhere. There's no gas here. So what Tom's going to do is put a conduit in on the other side of the ditch. And with hopes, years down the road, we can just pull a gas line through it. So for now, water line with a conduit for future plans of gas. Ready? Okay, so Tom gave me his start where he wants the water line to come out of this hillside, and then we'll take it through the wall. His utility room is right through there. So that stick sticking up there is my target. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple dots on the line on the ground. I'm not going to do a solid line. I'll just do a couple dots. If it's a little bit crooked, not a big deal. It's only water line. It's not like a 6-inch pipe I'm trying to fit in that ditch. It's drying up pretty good, but this is a little low area. Smooth Christmas tree. And then right through all this muck, here's that stick I was looking at. And this is where he wants it to end. He said go to that stick. So I'll move that over a little bit. So right here. So we're going to dig a nice big hole here, 4 feet down. And just straighten this out a little bit. And right here is his downspout. So at the same time, we're going to dig this over because we're crossing the electric. Here's the electric line right here. We're digging right beside it and crossing it. I think he put me on this project. That way when I break it, I'll have to pay to fix it. You think that's his thinking on that? Okay, let's get started. So I want to dig a 4-foot deep ditch. So just pulling a tape measure from the bottom of the bucket laying flat, 4 feet is right here, right above this knuckle. So we want top of ground right in here, and then I know I'm close to my depth. Right there. So I'm going to dig my downspout line through here first, find my electrical. I know it's right there. Just dig around that real easy, and then I'll come in this way and dig the water and gas line. So one of the things I'm feeling for is the nice loose dirt from the electric line ditch. So right here, pretty solid. Right here, you can see how that shovel goes right in. So this, I'm right in the ditch right here. So we might have to push that water line out a little bit. I don't want to follow it the whole way up there. I just want to cross it. But I should be right here, down another 1.5 to 2 feet. So Tom did a really good job for me marking it. Here's our tape, and I skimmed across that. Right below it I dug down another 5 inches. Here's my electric line. You can see all the water coming up out of the old electric line ditch right there. Okay, so now I'm going to come in. Now I know exactly where that's at. I'll dig right beside it and then cross it. Off to a good start. There's the water line. I got a little hook in it, but it was tough getting around that electric line. But not too bad for a concrete guy. Right. Pumping the sand for the water line. We're going to try and get that in here before it rains. We just rolled out the 1-inch plastic water line underneath the electric. And on up to the house. I left about 10 feet here. Should be more than enough to go through that wall. So he's putting about 2 inches of sand in, moving down. I'm leveling it, and then we'll pull the water line up in the sand a little bit.
go ahead and get caught
Got
up.
a nice bed of sand under the pipe. Now Tom's going to start bringing it around, and we'll get a dusting over the pipe. And why we use sand on this, if you ever need to change this water line, you could probably just pull it from one end while you pull in another one. It'll let you pull, like snake, a new water line right through there. Gravel or dirt, you'd have a hard time doing that. Section right in here, we got sand under it. Tom's just dusting some sand over it, and I am evening it out. Good. Okay, so that's the street side. That's all encased in sand, under, around, and on top. Up there, we just have to do up by the house. Tied a string to actually a rope to a steel pin, and Tom's been picking this up. I've been feeding the string through it as he shakes the pipe. And voila. There it is. Good deal. So Tom's running a 4-inch perforated pipe along with the water line. They're talking about running natural gas here, so hoping we can just pull a 1-inch gas line through this to the crossing under the electric. Just adding a section to that. Need about 10 more feet. And I think dinner just pulled in. So with all the pipe in the ditch and covered, now we cut it. See if you can hear. See that? Now you know there weren't any holes in it because it was under pressure. How about that? Okay. Tom's just filling in. Everything's covered, taped. Now the water company can come and make their connection, and we'll get her connected up in the house. Caleb and I just got back from the supply store.
And Dunkin' Donuts.
And Dunkin' Donuts. What'd you get at Dunkin' Donuts?
Chocolate milk, 2 chocolate donuts, double chocolate donuts.
That's a lot of chocolate.
And a glazed donut for my baby brother.
That's for Austin, yep. Okay.
You might see him in a couple of videos. Not much.
Okay, so we ran out and got supplies for this upcoming week and projects for in the trucks. We stopped outside of Tommy's house. We got that water line in Friday night, and it's been raining Saturday and now Sunday morning. So I'm glad that's all buttoned up. Let's head inside and get some video of what we've been up to. So Tom started getting some of the siding dropped off and get started getting the corner boards on, some siding, window wrap, and so forth. He's going to do stone up to the bottom of the porch windows at that same elevation around, stone up to that, a ledge board, and then siding on up from there. So it should look pretty nice, and we'll have that for you probably in a couple of weeks. We'll start chipping away at that. So they framed this wall in. This will be a spare bedroom with an egress window. You got to have an egress window.
This isn't a spare bedroom.
Here, leave that in.
I was going to show them.
Okay, we'll come back to that. So then a basement bathroom.
Actually, shower.
That's a shower and toilet and sink. Pretty simple bathroom, but might as well put it in now. And this is going to be their weight room. The boys are into sports, so we can tuck it all in this room, close the door. Look, I'm doing push-ups. Come on, give me 10. Give me 10. That was funny. Storage under the porch. And this is underneath the garage. We did a couple videos down here. There's a real bad echo if I go in there and talk. So I'll just hang out here. These are our lights we got from Hyper Light. And I'm going to get about 8 more of those and put them in the garage. I really like those lights. Hyper Light. If you're interested in them, there's a link on our video somewhere. Hyper Light. So you'll see more of those around the Haas project. Most of the wiring is done again, back to that. Everything into the box is labeled. This is a friend of ours is helping out with wiring, so that's how he likes to do it. He doesn't strip the wires before it comes in the box. He writes on them. I was stripping them back and just bringing a little bit into the box and having the wires opened up. Either way looks good. So what I'm going to try and get done a little bit today and this week, we need to put a board across there so we have a flat, probably like an 7 1/4 inch flat up there to mount a ceiling fan to. This is his shower. He went through a lot of effort. He wants this shower to just be a straight walk-in shower. Mine has like a 4-inch step up and then slope to the drain, where his is just going to be flush with slope. So he cut the floor joists out, recessed them down. He's going to have a glass wall here and just walk-in shower. Pretty neat setup. Here's all his flooring material. Double bathroom sink. Coming into his closet, huge closet. And then they put their laundry room off of the closet. So that's pretty neat. Sliding doors, close it, and it's all tucked away. So coming out into the hallway, here's Caleb. Is this your room? Mm-hmm. Give us a tour of your bedroom. Okay, when you come in the door, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So my bed's gonna go right there.
Bed?
Desk.
A desk right there in front of the window?
My closet's right.
Your closet's over there.
Mm-hmm. And then my dresser's gonna go right there.
Your dresser's gonna go right on that wall there, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
nice.
So there's gonna be blue stripes. So my bed's gonna be right here.
I'm sorry, say that again?
My bed's gonna be right here, and then there's gonna be blue stripes all the way down to here.
Blue stripes down the wall. Like painted on the wall?
Yeah.
Neat. What are the blue stripes for?
Because I like blue.
Because you like blue, okay.
And the rest of the walls are just gonna be gray or black.
Gray or black? Mm-hmm. How about gray?
Gray.
Black's pretty dark.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well you got time, right? Mm-hmm. Whose room is this over here?
So this one, Chuck's.
Your little brother?
Mm-hmm. So his clothes will go.
Chuck's real name is Finn, but ever since he was born, Caleb calls him Chuck. Go ahead.
So his crib's gonna go right there. All of his toys are gonna go right there.
Toys right here in front of the window? Because he doesn't need a desk yet, huh?
No.
Because he's like a year old.
Yeah, only once he's in 5th grade he'll be sitting like
yeah.
that. And his dresser's gonna go right there, closet right there.
Okay.
And I can tell you the next one.
All right. So the crunch is on. Insulation is due in about 2 weeks. And that'll take just 3 or 4 days. The guys will be real fast at that. Turning it over to drywall in 3 weeks. So a lot has to happen. We're close, but we need to get busy. And Tom's been doing a great job. I haven't been here much at all. We've been out working. So I'm going to try and put some more time in here and help them out. So stay tuned. I hope you like the videos. Keep them coming.